Okay, so let's start with that OneForm because that also includes all my pre-planning work. And I just open up OneForm, and well, let's skip the guidance. What you can see here is that the headings in the OneForm document are basically the same as in my dashboard, which is the audit workflow. So it starts with planning, risk assessment and response, completion. So the OneForm, if you do a OneForm audit, you use the OneForm document for most of your documentation, but you use it in conjunction with the materiality calculation, our FSA worksheet, and the work programs. And those documents I will explain to you later on. But as we're starting with the first thing, that's my preliminary engagement activities, and I can just go and open up that header. Now, this is the new or existing engagement, and here you can see that we give you just a very free-form text area where you can write down a narrative. So for example, firm competencies, if I use OneForm, we expect you as an accountant or auditor that you're familiar with standards, that you know what you have to document here. So let's say firm competencies, I'm now an experienced accountant, I know exactly what I should document here on the firm competencies. And this makes it a lot more efficient to document my audit work. Let's say you are less experienced, you might be a more junior team member, or maybe you want to use our product to get this guidance for all these specific areas because you're new to ISAs or your country just has implemented ISAs. Then you can also choose to say, instead of using the freeform narrative, I want to use my document 410. And just by clicking this box, you can see that the description now changes and it says see document 410 or 410C, which is the existing engagement continuance checklist. So then it becomes more of a summary. It refers to that extensive checklist, and I can now use these references to just click and it will take me to the full checklist. So which is what we see here. Now, and just going through this full checklist as an example, you can see that we have all these bullet points that really guide you. Make sure you think about this. Document whatever is relevant for these A until M, etc. So it is probably a bit more work. It's definitely more ticking and more reading to go through this full checklist, but it really depends on what you want to do as a user. So if you're very experienced, I would just use the narrative, and it's free form, so you just start typing. Probably more not really intuitive, more organic to do it in that way. If you're looking for the guidance, or if this existing engagement continuous is a high risk area, we would say drag and drop in that full checklist from the library, and don't use the memo, but let the memo refer to the full checklist. So it's completely flexible. It's up to you how you want to use this, and in that way we feel we can deal with both small audits with high risk areas and larger audits in a good way. Okay, yes, I'm just going to save this and let me go back to my OneForm document. So just to show you how flexible this is, I can just go in. If there's a heading that I don't want to keep in my memo, I can just do a right click delete. If there's something that I would like to add, I can insert a first level heading and just do so typing and just use that as part of my audit memo. We really wanted to give our users the experience of a Microsoft Word memo. So it's very simple. It's not very sophisticated. There's not a lot of automation except for the things that I've just shown. But we really wanted to make it very easy to use, very intuitive. So hopefully we succeeded in that. That's up for you to decide. Just to summarize, so if you pick the OneForm profile, you will get the OneForm memo, which you can use as a freeform narrative. If you need more guidance, or if you think A area is a high risk area, you can just drag and drop in the checklists, the full checklist or the full worksheet from the document library into your document manager. And then instead of documenting it as a free-form narrative, you just refer to the full checklist and do your audit documentation there. So that's the concept of the OneForm